wrong with being, what's wrong with being, what's wrong with being confident?
Hey guys, today I'm coming to you with a tutorial on how to highlight and contour your face. Only this time I'm going to show you how to do it using drugstore products, because I have so many of my friends that are coming to me and they don't understand how to highlight and contour their face, and they don't really want to go out and invest a ton of money in beauty products when they don't know what they're doing. So I'm going to show you where you can start with your base level drugstore beauty products, just so you can get the hang of it. And then if it's something that you really like to do to your face, then you can always upgrade later to a higher end makeup and get just a little bit more of a high-end look to your highlight and contour. But I wanted to say a couple of things before I actually start the tutorial. So with highlighting and contouring, the major things that you want to focus on are making basically a heart shape with your face. So you want from above your eyebrows to the tip of your mouth to kind of be that area within the heart here. That is what you want to highlight. And then basically everything on the outside of that is going to be darkened. And it's just going to give your face a little bit more dimension. Another thing that I will warn you is the more that you contour your face, the older you're going to look. So you want to keep that in mind, because I know as a lot of us are aging, we don't ever really want to make ourselves appear older. So if you're going to do this, just make sure that you're using a light hand doing it. It does give yourself a beautiful dimension to your makeup look, and it also just gives it a more professional look. So I'm going to dive right in. Let me go wash my face and get back to you guys so you can see me makeup free, and I will show you my drugstore version of how to highlight and contour. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I am back with my face completely washed. I have on my foundation now, which is where the part where you want to begin with your highlight and contour. And I just want to say, I don't know if this is showing up on camera, but it looks like my forehead is really shiny, and it's literally the light that is back behind me, or in front of me. Hello, that's shining in, and it's like totally making it look like I have a shiny forehead. So I hope the camera isn't picking that up too much, because my forehead really isn't that shiny. It's just kind of appearing so right now. So we'll see. Anyway, like I said, so drugstore version, easy peasy highlight and contour. The two tools that I'm going to be using to do this are the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the color Light Pale for my highlight, and then the L'Oreal True Match Crayon Foundation in the shade Medium Deep. And basically what everybody always says is, you know, you hear how people say like, oh, your little black dress because it's so slimming. Well, it's the same thing in makeup. The darker you make something, the thinner that area is going to appear. So if you have a large forehead like I do, you're going to want to darken that area. If you have a small chin and you want to make it more prominent, you are going to want to highlight that area and bring that out. If your face is round, you're going to want to have darkness on the sides of your face. My face is more of a heart-shaped oval face, so I am going to be doing my tutorial obviously based upon like that. So I'm going to be minimizing my forehead and highlighting my chin area. But if your face is circular, then you don't need to follow these steps exactly. Yours would be more of shading darkness on the sides. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing I like to do with the contouring is, where you want to start with your contour is basically the tip of your ear, and you're going to take it down. You'll feel a bone. You'll feel your cheekbone right here, and you're going to use it. You're not going to actually draw with the pencil all the way here, but just so you can see what line I'm going in. I want to end at like the top of my lip. So that's basically the line that we're drawing here. So, And like I said, the heavier you do this, the more aged you're gonna look. So this isn't something that you want to do every single day, or you can definitely highlight and contour every single day. You just may not want to be quite as heavy-handed with it. But for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to try and do it a little bit heavier just so you can get the gist of what I'm doing. Then I'm also going to go down the sides of my nose. And if you want to kind of make yourself look like you've got that cute little button nose, then about halfway up, you just want to do a little line here. And it's going to make it look a little bit more buttony. And then for your forehead, I'm just taking this and shading. So this is going to make this area of my forehead look a little bit smaller. So, because really they say that the most flattering face shape is, you know, that heart shape. So that's what we're going for here, is we're trying to make everything give us that shape. You can also do your jawline. And this kind of just chisels out your jaw. You go a little bit underneath on your neck so you can blend that out later. And then another cool trick that I like to do, and I'm sure you've seen me do it, is like right below your lip. Draw that. Because it instantly makes your bottom lip look fuller. It makes it pop out. So you're giving that shadow underneath there. So then for your highlighter, you guys have seen me do this a million times with I love the Maybelline Age Rewind. So I use this anyway all the time, but you want to make that triangle. So I go all the way down the side of my nose and then up. And most importantly, you want to keep that line going up, because you really want it to make it look like your eyes are being lifted. It's an instant eye lift with no surgery required. And then I also like to go, I'm going to do a line straight down my nose, which is a little bit harder to do with the Age Rewind, because the sponge applicator is a little bit thicker than I'd like it to be. But since I told you guys I'm going to do Drugstore, I'm going to just tough it out and make that line down my nose. But you can see it instantly draws more attention to the middle of my nose. And then I'm also going to go up here into my forehead area to basically flatten this area out, and a little bit above my eyes. And then I like to take like my smile lines and add highlight there. And the last place that I like to add highlight is my Cupid's bow. Again, hard to do with the Age Rewind concealer application, but it can be done. And this is just going to draw light to that upper lip, and it's going to make your lipstick look just that much prettier. And right now I look crazy insane. And I know that I said everything is Drugstore, but I truly believe that the Beauty Blender is the best way to blend this out. So sorry, this isn't Drugstore, but they do have a really good one that I want to try out, which is the Real Techniques, and it's just the knockoff, and you can get it at Target or any drugstore. So if anybody has tried that, let me know, and I'm sure that works just as well. It's the same principle. You get it wet. But when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you do your highlight part first. We blend, so we're going to blend the light part first, and then the contour, the dark part. secondly. I'm kind of going all the way around my brow bone back down to like that triangle shape and kind of connecting those two areas together to give that the highlight. So everything is basically highlighted above my brow bone and below my eye. And that's just going to make my eyes look more awake and give me just a more flawless application. So now I'm going to blend in the contour. Can't forget my jawline that I did. You know, you can also use your foundation brush for the jawline just so that you can make sure that you're dragging it down. It just kind of helps blend it a little bit better. And I'm also going to go back here and blend that just a little bit better out. And I love this the flat kabuki brushes for my foundation and contouring when you're blending. I just think that they do just such a much better job of blending than your typical flat. Almost like these brushes, this is what I'm talking about, the other foundation brushes, I almost feel like those are like paint brushes and they're just like moving product all around your face. It's literally like you're caking your face with paint. So I feel like you're using so much more product with these. So if you're using this as your foundation brush and you haven't tried a flat top kabuki brush, I would really highly recommend it, but that's just me. Okay, so most importantly, once you've got that part done, now you've done all this work and you have to set it in place. You have to have something that acts like glue. Otherwise, this is just going to melt off your face and all the work that you've just done will be for nothing. So what I'm going to do is another Drugstore, the Revlon Photo Ready, and this is literally just a translucent shade. And I'm going to take a big fluffy blush brush and go all over my face with it to lock it into place. And then the next step that I like to do is, since I've done that with the cream colors, if you want to go in and you want to set that even more, then we're going to go back in and do it. And I'm using the Sonia Kashuk contouring brush, which is really similar to the NARS Ita brush. But since this is a drugstore version, we're going to try it with this one. And then I'm just using my NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder. And it's the same thing, the top of the ear. And you'll see, like, I'm kind of going down at first, drawing that line. And then I'm blending it up. So using those upward strokes to really get it blended in. So basically everywhere that you contoured, you want to use this bronzer to go over. And this is really just like doing like double duty for everything that you just did to make sure that it stays locked in place and it's the way that you want it to be. For my jawline, I like to use a little bit of a bigger brush, just because I think it gives you a more even application. So I go around and down my neck like that. And then for my highlight, I know I said it's going to be all Drugstore, but my favorite all-time highlighter is the Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill. So I am going to add that, and I'm really sorry about that, but I just haven't really been able to find anything that I like better. So right now that's what I'm using, and you'll see it's the same thing. I'm doing the top of my cheekbone and up around to the top of my eyebrow. And I just love this shade. It has the perfect amount of shimmer. And it's literally just a gorgeous highlight. And then I just dab my finger into the makeup, and then I do here for my Cupid's bow area. And then for underneath my lips, you can use the Sonia Kashuk brush again. To do that. So now my face is officially highlighted and contoured, and it's ready for the rest of your makeup application. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and when I'm all done, I'll come back and I will show you guys the finished product. And poof, the wonderful magic world of editing. I'm all done, and you can see this is what the final look is after you have done all the highlighting and contouring. So it's definitely more of a dramatic look. Most of you probably aren't going to want to do this every single day, but it's just something that is so much fun to play around with, especially if you have a big party that you're going to go to, or you just want to look extra special on a date night with your husband. You can see there's definitely highlights in areas and then darkness in areas. And so just keep that in mind. So the areas that you want to minimize or you want to make smaller, those are where you want to add your dark colors. And the areas that you want to make pop, those are where you want to make your light colors. So in keeping the heart shape in mind, so I really wanted to concentrate my highlights in this area here, so it makes my face look more flattering. And then I also have a larger forehead, so I was trying to minimize that by using the darker shades on the sides, so it makes my forehead look a little bit smaller. And then I have a little bit of the highlight on my chin to make it appear a little bit more prominent and my face shape look more appealing. So that's it. That is how you highlight and contour using Drugstore products. So it's easy to do with the Drugstore products. I hope that you'll try it. I hope that this tutorial really helped give you the confidence to just go out there and try it, because makeup is just something that's so much fun to play with, and you switch up your look and it just makes you feel gorgeous. And I really feel like when we feel gorgeous on the outside, that we just reflect it. It just makes us feel good on the inside. So, you know, we send that energy out to others. And I know that sounds crazy, but it really does happen. When you feel really good about yourself, you're just in a better place, and you're acting like you're in a much better place with a much more positivity coming from you. And the world could always use some of that. So I'm rambling on and on. But anyway, so that's highlighting, contouring with Drugstore stuff. And if you liked this, please subscribe to my channel, or give it a thumbs up, or leave a comment. Just let me know that you've watched this video. I have no idea what you guys are thinking of my videos. So any feedback you can give me, I would really, really appreciate it. And follow me on momfluence.net, and I will see you next Monday with another tutorial. Bye-bye.